subscribe, hit the bell, hit the like button. Yeah, this is Amnesia, and I have two other previous playthroughs, but I really wanted to redo it sort of where I'm more actually doing something rather than me saying a lot of interesting talk, if that makes sense. Near the end of the video, we might actually switch to dreams, but this is really just about the level design of Amnesia and how you can apply it to your dreams PS5/PS4 creation. So that's what this video is. Subscribe, hit the like button, and yes, I'm going to be uploading more playthroughs of this as well as Bloodborne and Borderlands 3 PS5 upgraded version. There is no PS5 upgrade for Amnesia, however, it might look better. There's a chance it could, and the frame rates could look better also. I'm not sure if this is the case, but it should since the PS5. Since it doesn't have a PS5 upgrade, it's not technically going to load faster. So this game, I've now seen the scary parts. Previously, I saw no real scary parts except for the creep factor of it. So the game really slowly gets into what you would call a modern scare experience of, let's say, Outlast Chase. I was not expecting that. The way that it was building up, it was more or less like it really was the only game that made me feel the way scary movies make me feel, like whenever Michael Myers was got up and then he fell down and then he wasn't there either the second or first Halloween. I forgot. I think it was the first Halloween, where Laurie Strode pushes him off, I think, something like that, I don't know. And then near the second one, that's where it picks off and you see he had gotten up. He wasn't dead.
Let's see what you have to offer. What a mess. I should have sharpened the saw, but I can sense it. It's definitely there.
So what else does this does this game do correct that I see no other game doing? So what else you can take from it is literally most games want to feel like movies. This game feels like a story. Like I am not being entertained by gameplay. I'm being entertained by survival horror and just good writing itself. If that even makes sense. I'm sure it does. I mean, it's hard for me to explain this feeling. Another thing this game does correctly is it's actually, I say this is a PC game thing for me. All PC games do this thing where there's like just little details that you wouldn't see in a console game. And like even this right here, like this whole room is so detailed with stuff you wouldn't normally, I feel, find in a console game unless it's like Fallout. But even Fallout, I guess I had said this before in a previous video, but Fallout seems to like take the narrative of it usually just being tapes. PC games will allow the environment to give off that information, so it's a different type of thing, such as this wall portrait of art of the canines, as well as in the other room, the library room, it was like books and stuff, or maybe it was something else, Another thing this game does correctly is the level design, so it doesn't really need too many enemies. Of course, there was that one part that I seen recently. I didn't, in the first playthrough, I didn't see that there was actually enemies like that, and I didn't even know this was like Outlast, you die in 2 hits. But the game just, it's more in the beginning, and I guess it's going to be more like this too. It's more puzzles where you can solve the puzzles in simple ways, but you wouldn't think it's simple because the mechanics, you have to get used to the mechanics first. So like there's a ladder right there. Most games I don't have to pick up a ladder and it would pick up just like this, and then I could set it down and solve a puzzle that way. I was probably roaming around for 30 minutes in one of my other in the first playthrough like this, just trying to figure out what that puzzle was. So it makes the game feel longer and more enjoyable. I really love these notes. It's nothing, too. All games usually have notes, but not all games will have this kind of a detail. And that's something that I literally only see PC games do. I could be wrong, but it's just what I see. Of course, you can always open up stuff. I really like the controls of how you open stuff up. If this ever gets a true PS5 upgrade, I think it would be wonderful. I'm not sure if you can play this on VR. So another thing is you don't know if you're going crazy. You don't. I mean, I understand I understand what's going on. Don't spoil anything in the comment section. But that was actually kind of frightening. Even though it was just bones that just fell out of here, it was actually an experience that, um, yeah, you like it's great. Okay, I think I'm supposed to look at this. I remember something. I don't know. Maybe. Oh my gosh, it's funny. I haven't seen a thumbnail for this game in so long, and I think I saw a thumbnail where this face was just disordered, and I guess it's the main villain. I'm gonna guess that is the main villain. If that really is the main villain, stuff like that. I mean, some stuff's just hard to even you won't even know until. Is he missing an eye? So I don't want the plate. Oh wait, is this? So he did this to the dog while it was alive. So you wouldn't get this. I could see why people and there's a reward factor. So he did this to the animals while they were alive. See, there's a reward factor for looking all this stuff up. This guy is insane. And it's definitely psychological because the bones are psychological, but not only that. I mean, I've read a lot of stuff. It said that if you like hurting animals is a sign or something for person needs help. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's getting a lot of things right. It also has this right here. Slight headache, all this stuff right here, and I still have this, so I guess I can open up a lot of doors. It's crazy. I didn't know that, but yeah, this guy is not the guy you wanna invite over to eat with. This is not the one. I think I've just about seen everything in this room. So yeah, little things like this, looking around, understanding the character, that's insane that I'm able to understand who this guy is just by walking into this room. So understand that you can apply that to your level design. It almost makes it to where the room itself is a character with character traits. Like we usually think of character story arcs and stuff, but if you think outside of the box and were to give a room a character arc, this is how you would do it, and you can apply that to the character that you're talking about. You can use this for books. I'll say that one more time. You can use this for books. You can also use this for level design. If you're a writer, definitely take what I just said for books. I'm not a writer, but I just I can I'm pretty good at looking at things and understanding what's going on, if that makes sense. Of course, I do like writing. Of course, I'll write in my games, of course, but the way I think is like you should look at things differently, and then you can get things done um, in just as great of a way, such as this room right here. If you were to write about it, it'd almost be the same way as you would create it in a video game. You would talk about the fog on the ground, how it's you would use colorful words though, how it's radiating from the carpet, how the sun touches the glass, and you would almost want to give the sun character traits of a real human being, or even in a something not human. Could be a ghost. Another thing I was talking about was just the environment of the game. Is, I think, like, of course people are going to say this is a scary game, right? But I think don't let that overlap all the other things that it does, because it's more than a scary game. It does a whole lot more, and you just got to pay attention to it. I can't find the words of what it's actually doing more, but you know what I'm talking about. I'm probably gonna walk back inside of this room because I think I'm gonna call them juggernauts. I don't know if that's even what they're actually called, but these invisible water things. It actually reminds me of my game. Oh, never mind. I think I did what I was supposed to do in there.
My journal is gone. What would they want with my journal?
So his journal, I'm guessing this. We're trying to find all the notes and stuff, memoirs and whatnot. And I know this character like forgot who he is, sort of, or made himself forget who he
2nd
is.
of July, 1839. I received a letter today from the Algerian governor's office disclosing the fate of Herbert's expedition. About a week after my departure, Abdullah, one of the men traveling with us, returned from the desert. He was badly injured, as if maimed by a lion. The man...
This is pretty long playthrough, so I'm not gonna listen to that, especially since I'm probably gonna drop dreams at the end of this video or something, so we can like try to test some stuff out that we may have learned in this.
3rd of July, 1839. May 7th, I continue his account.
Oh man, cool. I'm not sure if you actually have weapons in this game, but that's pretty cool. What is this? Oh yeah, so graphics aren't important, but for a game that's scary, they probably are, if that makes sense. Always remember that, because this kind of art style, I'd put this in the Silent Hill art style, but it's right above it because Silent Hill, of course, was on PS1, maybe PS2 also, Xbox as well, and I think maybe PS3 and PSP, and I think that's where it's sort of stopped. I don't remember a PS4 Silent Hill. There may have been yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where it stopped. But this kind of art style is a realistic gothic type feel. In fact, I didn't exactly think Amnesia was going to be scary at first because of the way the enemies looked, but I was actually wrong, because like I said, those enemies made me feel like the experience that I felt whenever I see some of these scary movies, you know, where the bad guy is just looking at you from the door and then he disappears almost. And then you always feel like you're being followed from that point on. No other game seems to pull that off the way Amnesia has, in my opinion. Whereas Nemesis would be tracking you down, where Resident Evil has that. This game has that too, but it also has, it starts out just making you feel followed and not knowing if you're going insane or not. I'm gonna have to go back in this room. And then I think there might be one more door. Maybe I stand corrected. Maybe I was talking about this thing. I truly just enjoy looking around. Yeah, there we go. That's why I enjoy looking around.
Daniel, still having nightmares, I see.
Yes, I can't shake them. They come every night.
We'll put a stop to them. You'll see.
So this is my room. I'm sure if we looked around, I could figure out way more about my character, possibly, than I could anywhere else. This is my guest room, at least. So I was a guest. I guess I wasn't supposed to be here for too long. Or maybe I was coming here because the character had an ailment, thus leading to his amnesia. Maybe he got the ailment on the trip, or maybe that's where the shadow creature came. Please don't spoil. I usually don't like I was talking on this other thing, you know. I think I'm supposed to break these. But I was talking on this other thing where I try not to think too hard about the story of the game and let the game spoon feed the story to me. I guess you could consider that a play style, but sometimes if you don't do that, you'll figure out too much. But this game might be the kind of game where you want to do that, just because of how much it has to offer. Whereas some games, you know, you wouldn't want to think too hard about getting it because you'll probably understand the story way too quickly. This game is probably so vast and complex to where I would want to do that just because it's that big to where I won't figure out everything without looking around and using my mind. Whereas, you know, some games, you know, they don't have that much to offer. So if I were to spoon feed myself and instead of letting the game spoon feed me, then I would figure out the game way too quickly. But this game has so many, every room, it seems like has a story to tell me. Remember this for your character design. It's probably one of my best videos. And your story design, and even, you know, the landscaping, room designs. Sure, I've been in there. That's the elevator room. And hopefully, this isn't where I came from. Let me double check. I'm sure I came from down there. Yes, this is my first time actually playing this. It's real interesting. So not the time. Put one right here. I need to figure out how deep the place is. I might not need one.
I won't tell anyone, I swear. I just want to go home. No! Get away from me! Leave me alone!
I'll put one right here. Just so I can figure out my way out. Okay, it's not that deep. Machine parts. So this place, there's two entry points in there. Both of them, something doesn't want me to get there. Light candles, torches to reduce sanity. Need to light one more down here. Explosive mixture. Might have to make some stuff. That was actually a part where I got lost because I didn't like the controls were a little. I didn't think you'd have to do stuff like that for a game like this. If that makes sense. And I hate getting lost in scary games because it gets real cryptic when you actually get lost. And so am I gonna have to use these boards for something? So these are tinder boxes, I think.
What was that?
I'll place one right here. We came from up there. Picked up drill part. This, I'm guessing, is for the machine room whenever I finally find a way in there. Or I can see if I can find a way to use this. The valve has rusted shut. Let me see here. So we have this. Just see if I can use stuff. Wait, what does it say? Put the drill together first. So this is what it's for. You need to figure out what else I'm missing. Combine. Just like Resident Evil. You can drag and drop one item onto another. Like that. Can't assemble the drill yet. Need to find all the parts. Hope you guys are enjoying this playthrough. I know it's pretty long, probably. I think a lot of people enjoy this. If I don't put Dreams PS5 at the end here, then this is what we will learn from our level design. I still want this to be like a gigantic video because I noticed some of you guys enjoy them, but I can understand when you see the time and you're like, holy crap, you get kind of overwhelmed by the playthrough. And 30 minutes is pretty long. I think 30 minutes of me talking amazing, I guess. I don't know. It's cool. Let me look through a little bit more. See if there's something I'm forgetting. It's almost like Silent Hill. You know how the static comes? There's a nighttime and then there's a lantern environment. This might be the first time that correlation has ever been made. I'm sure it wasn't done like that on purpose. Or maybe it could have been. But that could be a way you could look at it. Always try to look at things in different ways, so that way you can understand things in different ways and use them to your advantage in different ways, because you understand it in different ways. The last thing you want. I'm pretty sure this other area, so one, I've been in here. So something up there. So right here, one. Two. And three. So there was one more area I hadn't been to. I think. Maybe. No, I've been in here. Only other is there a 4? Let's double check this area real quick. And 4, yeah, I've been in here. So we'll have to go back up. After I double check what's up here, over here. Alright. And that didn't budge. Gotta find like probably 2 or 1 more of these parts. And there it is. Oh, hold on a second. This pause menu. We'll have to go back now. No. 'Cause Alright. Ooh. Pretty creepy. This is the first time I've ever been in a situation like this in this game. A lot more creepy than I thought it would be. What I can do, it'd probably be better if I did this the right way. But I'll need to follow my lights. Or it's down there that I have to go. Kinda forgot. Hopefully it's just this way. Okay. There's one more. And am I supposed to like light a fire? Oh. Now I'm not sure where I have to take this, I'm gonna be real. Trying to think in my mind. We have a crowbar and we also have this. We might need to there we go. This is where we'll stop for today. I'm proud of myself. There might be dreams at next. If there is, then it'll be the level design portion of this video, where we just try to, level design what we learned from this game.